Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Well, that was right when I said it. Hey everybody, welcome back to Dungeon of the Mad Mage. This is session 45, and we potentially have a whole bunch of stuff going on. So we're gonna immediately jump into a little bit of a recap and get things kicked off. So, whew. Previously, in the Dungeon of the Mad Mage, the party, having defeated the forces of House Avrendir and arriving safely back within Azrok's hold, presented Azrok, Legion Commander, with the head of Teresa, leader of the Drow forces. Lurkana proclaimed the battle a great victory for the Legion, but Cleuse contested, voicing a challenge to Azrok for the loss of life and territory that the Legion had suffered, not just from this battle, but from the last few months under Azrok's command. Azrok, for his part, openly accepted Cleuse's challenge, but in the end, whether because of doubt or fear, Cleuse backed down. The party would later find that rather than remain a dissenting factor within the Legion, Cleuse would go on to take his own life. Afterwards, the party rested while waiting for a celebratory feast to be put together. The Legion toasted its victory well, loosening its strict discipline for a few hours in order to celebrate the dead and give thanks to its new allies. The party was rewarded for their troubles, and afterwards rested in their given quarters. In the night, Gurgle Brine visited Bones in his dreams, giving him a warning about a silver-tongued fox, great, dark evil downriver. On the next day, the party headed back towards the eastern Stromkolder ruins, with the intention of heading back up to the city of Waterdeep. First, though, they decided to explore the ruins more thoroughly, and though they found many strange rooms, it was two they had previously explored on their last visit that proved the most interesting this time around. In the Spider Mirror room, Ash's reflection turned into a terrible yellow wax creature that smashed the mirror while screaming, "I know who you are." And in the Fish Mural room, the party discovered a puzzle that they then solved, and from which they acquired an emerald fish. After this, the party headed back up to the Arcane Chambers, where they stopped by the menagerie. Matashtai made it clear he would eventually like to see the place cleared out, stating that even an evil creature didn't deserve to be imprisoned in stone forever. The party set about freeing creatures, starting with a Kenku, who, upon release, was quite skittish. Fortunately, the party was able to talk him down without too much issue. Next up was a lizard folk, who the party discovered was named Ochotu. He seemed to take the scenario relatively well, though after speaking with the party, he realized he had been imprisoned for over 150 years. Next, the party unpetrified a young man who was holding a wooden ship. The man reacted hysterically, dropping the ship and beginning to scream. He looked ready to run as the party tried to talk him down. And then Ashes began to feel his medallion hum. That is where we fade back into the scene, my friends. Go ahead and flip you all over to that page. Go ahead and pop up into the... Of course that's not working. Fantastic.
Oh yes, that. I remember what that is.
Into the blah, 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 blah.
Into the... Right? That's how that works. Check this real quick. Got... Oh, is the display capture up too high? Ugh. Nope. Oh my god. I love it. Literally working 5 minutes ago. Bricks. It's
everyday life with Jeremy.
It's my
Technology.
life, I swear to God. Okay, we're gonna have to work without the cam roll scene, so that's okay. We'll just split back and forth between the cam and only cams.
Or Jeremy.
So no big deal. Anyways, moving right along. So, you had dragged out this young human man, right? Who was holding a wooden boat, a wooden ship. You spoke the command word, and elf magic, right? The caryatids fire off, and
Is that in the module?
that's legitimately in the module, absolutely.
Okay.
And so this scene transpires, right? The young man is unpetrified, suddenly shocked, screams, throws, looks down at the wooden ship in his hands. It's just obviously confused and just like tosses it up in the air. It clatters down to the floor next to him. Looks around, sees a bunch of different looking people, right? Sees a lizard folk, sees a tiefling, right? Screams again and looks ready to run. I believe Matashtai was like mid trying to talk him down, and Ashes, you feel your medallion just begin to. So, what do you guys do?
Well, I'm not gonna interrupt Matt if he was mid-sentence. I don't remember. That was a week ago.
What I was gonna say.
It was a week ago. So.
Whoa. Hello.
Roll me a general charisma check.
Oh, I'm very, very.
Are you charismatic with the way you say
very good at that?
I mean,
Okay. Fair enough. Something about your demeanor, something about the calm with which you approach the situation, right, makes it to where this figure doesn't, like, the door is open, by the way. You guys have not closed the northern door or the western doors.
I mean, we ain't trying to trap people, man.
So like,
Yeah.
he's like eyeing the door, but there is something in Matashtai's manner that keeps him from just fleeing outright. He says, where am I? Who are you? What's going on here?
Whoa.
Bones, you can see, right, as he speaks, right, it's kind of like he's getting more agitated with every like breath that he takes, right? You actually see the hair on, you see, because you have such high perception, you actually see the hair on his arms begin to like prickle and raise and almost elongate slightly.
Look, relax. My name is Matt. This is Ashes. Ezra's over there. This is Bones. You're in Undermountain.
What? Under what mountain?
Beneath Waterdeep, the city. The one?
That one.
Here, and I'll take
Waterdeep?
I'll take my water skin and slide it across. I won't approach at all, but I'll slide my water skin over to him.
He like jumps and skitters away from it and like leans up against one of the caryatids. It's just like looks down at it.
It's water.
What?
Drink.
What do you mean? Waterdeep. I can't be in Waterdeep.
Okay. You were petrified. We have no idea for how long. What's the last thing you remember?
I was, well, that's none of your business. Now is it?
It's not, and that's fine. What year do you remember it being?
What year? It's a silly question. It's 1491. Of the Harptos calendar.
I don't remember what actual date it is.
It is actually 1492.
Yeah, a year.
Okay.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
You've been petrified for a year.
Maybe not a whole year. Maybe just part of it.
Maybe.
What do you
maybe
mean
a few months.
petrified? For a year? How did I get here?
Well, we're not real sure of that.
It's a
But
reverse Santa Claus situation.
a working theory is that Halaster captured you.
What's a Halaster?
A
You wanna
crazy
heard of
mage.
Oh no.
Supposedly, this entire Undermountain belongs to him.
I don't feel so good.
Yeah, why don't you have a seat? We can get you some water, some food.
We're about
Yes,
to
I-
take everybody back to the surface. Would you like to come with us?
I think I might.
Okay.
Take a seat.
Oh God.
Hey, let's go of
I'm
the
gonna catch him.
pillar, and he. Do you actually like try to slide
Yeah,
in and catch him?
I'll try
All
to
right.
keep him
Roll
from hitting
roll
his
me
head.
a dexterity saving throw.
Well,
As
that's
soon as you
not
respond
the
in
best.
time.
Ezra would mage hand to try and make sure he doesn't
Slightly
himself.
cushion the blow, like catch the head. Okay, it's probably good because Ashes is like his save is like he takes a step, like he goes oh, and that's his save,
Oh God.
and the kid just like collapses. Right, you are able to like a mage hand to like cushion the blow of the head landing on the stone floor or anything like that. And it seems like a moment passes, and he's out. He just
Is he breathing?
blacked out.
I checked for breath.
No, yeah, he's breathing. He's fine.
He's just.
He's fainted. Yeah.
Okay. I'll turn to Matt and I'll be like, he's also Lycan.
Oh. Are you able to tell what type?
I'll take up my pendant and place it in Matt's hand. And if you let it rest in your hand, you'll feel it vibrating and humming.
It's super faint for you, Matashtai. Just this ever so slight faint hum.
And this
That
tells
only-
you when there's a lichen?
Now,
other
for-
than the
For
wearer,
Ashes,
yeah.
it's like a. For Matashtai, it's like a.
Oh, okay. But yeah, whenever there's a lichen around, other than the wearer, obviously, it'll let me know.
It's a pretty useful little trinket there.
I mean,
I hand it back to him.
we actually use it in the order to help identify one of us in.
To track and slay their own people.
No. It's just to identify other members. And maybe to find other lichens that were being problematic.
All right. Well, seems to be an all right guy. Didn't attack us.
Nope.
Nope.
No, we didn't. Did a good job of
Um,
attacking the floor.
Well, if I remember
Ochodu
correctly,
over on the wall kind of like looks up and he says, "He seems weak, but there is still meat there. Useful."
He's not
let's,
dead.
let's maybe not eat him.
Not dead just means he keeps for longer.
Appreciate your input. Don't think we're gonna go down that route, but good input.
Ochodu kind of like looks over at Bones, who's still standing next to him, and says, "That one is soft, but hard."
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Anyways, you want to go get one more?
Yeah, let's go see what we got down the hall yet.
We got one more for the day.
We can get him over by the wall, maybe away from the lizard that wants to eat him.
Yeah.
Drag him over the wall. Okay, gotcha.
All right, we go looking what else we got down here.
Let's see.
All right, we got a boar. Okay.
I really don't think that's going to be a sentient boar.
Real big snake.
That snake might be sentient.
We got some grick.
Let's not do that.
We
Some
got a couple drow.
It's like walking down a Walmart aisle.
Illithid.
There's the Illithid.
Runs rust monsters.
I don't know the
Nothic.
Nothic. The Nothic might be interesting.
Yeah, maybe. We got a troglodyte. We got an orc.
Now, is this actually an orc or is it a half orc, Jeremy?
No. He is a
Full.
unless this half orc has a very
Strong genes.
very strong genes. This is probably an orc. This is probably a good hand and a half taller than you would see a normal like half orc. And extremely broad-shouldered, extremely well-built.
All right. Well, I feel like my vote leans towards either this badger or the orc.
The badger or the orc?
God damn it, bitch.
Well, I mean,
I kind of lean over to Ashley like, you any good with animals?
I'm good at skinning them.
Well, I don't think that's going to be the first thing that badger wants when it becomes not stone. All right. I'm all right with them. Growing up on a farm, but I ain't never met a badger.
There's some. They got some really tough meat.
You ate a badger.
Man, when you're out in the forest, you gotta make do sometimes. Real gamey.
All right, well, don't tell him that. All right, which one?
Is this like a badger human, or is it just a fucking regular ass badger?
Just a badger, I think.
It's a big ass badger.
Big ass badger, as in bigger than normal badgers?
It's a giant badger.
It's a giant badger. Yes, it is bigger than a normal badger.
Okay, no, I have not eaten.
Exponential means.
It's not like,
Okay.
you know.
7 at a time.
All right, what do you lean towards, badger or orc?
I think the orc is at least going to be able to speak.
All right.
I think
So-
we're having better luck when we can communicate with people. Now,
Maybe we try and find something to
I mean,
communicate with the animals when we're up top. Might make
I
this a little
can
easier.
speak orc, so
All right, let's grab him.
all right, let's go. Oh God, he's heavier.
He's really big.
This
He's
is
heavier.
the fourth statue you all
Oh,
have moved. So, and Matashtai and Ashes, you're working together on this, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I need you both to roll me athletics checks.
Well, I mean, I was just gonna say, if we start to lift this and it feels too heavy,
It's not
Or
like
is that
he's
economy?
it's not like he's significantly heavier than any of the others. It's the fact that this is the fourth statue you and Ashes have drugged the fuck out of this place.
we're strong
Mhm.
boys, especially him.
Okay. Neither of you. So this is rough work. It's not a quick and easy process. You guys do each of these that you pull out does take you several minutes to kind of like drag out, right? Because you're trying to be careful. You're not just like knocking them down into the hallway and rolling them out or anything like that, you know?
Wait, does somebody have like a little pouch of ball bearings so we can just kind of scatter down the hallway and then just push the statue?
Jesus. That's gonna end well, right?
They have caltrops.
You both avoid taking a level of exhaustion from the exhausting work that you are doing.
Okay, we'll get him there. I'll be like, oh god, it's
Okay.
worse than when we lose haste. Oh god.
I'll get him there.
All right.
I'll like crash outside Kaluse and be like, oh god, you got any water left?
I pull the top of the keg out of my bag and just pour it on him.
Wow. All right, cool, gotcha.
All right.
Yeah, like y'all kick the wooden boat out of the way when you like drag the orc into the
Is it
ring.
broke?
Huh?
Is
Yeah,
it
yeah.
broke?
No, it's intact.
I'll pick it up. I'll place it nicely next to him.
Place it nicely next to him. Okay, gotcha.
And he's gonna wake up. It's back! Oh my god!
Oh god.
Get it away! It's following me.
Okay.
All right. You taking the lead on this one since you speak his language?
Yeah, sure. I got it.
All right. Then
Elf magic.
Oh. Okay, so the whole like the carriage shine bright, the depetrification rings or rays shoot out. They hit the orc. Flesh turns to normal. And as you're all kind of like you're blinking rapidly from the blinding light, you look back and you see this large, powerful orc standing there in the midst of the ring, right? And he looks around and he kind of like he's breathing heavy, right? And you see him like put a hand to his side, right? And his hand comes away with a little bit of blood.
And I'll talk in orc. Are you
And he
Hold his
reaches
breath.
behind him and grabs this big two-handed axe, and I need you guys to roll initiative.
Man, I fucked up!
helps if you say something.
There was a very brief moment that maybe something would have happened there, but oh. Okie dokie.
So he's clearly got like a wound on his side.
Yeah, he is ready to go. Actually. Ah, it's a minor wound.
Very minor.
Tis but a scratch, actually.
Could have been, according to the roll, could have been a pretty big wound.
Could have been. Okay,
Hey, he's getting emotionally compromised over a little fucking paper cut. Fuck this guy.
I am missing a Matashtai roll. You definitely rolled, but it didn't put your thing on the turn order. So roll again, and I will correct.
Okay.
Okay. So you are 24. You are at the top. So he roars and screams, or roars. As he roars and reaches up behind him for the two-handed axe, you all hear a screech like this. Ah! Scream, and you look over, and the young man is awake, awakened by the roaring of the orc. Matashtai, this guy, what do you want to do?
Looks like he wants to be stunned.
Well,
That list don't have orc on it yet.
I'm actually gonna pull out the staff of healing.
Okay.
And
1 HP.
It's true, but he's wounded, and that was the first thing he thought about, and I noticed that, so I'm going to dash forward with the staff,
I'm sorry, Jordan. Okay, you dash forward with the staff.
and I'm going to just kind of lightly whap him.
Okay, so
and
there's
heal him.
this moment like the mechanics of it are you're just running forward and healing him, right? But the scene is he like reaches up behind him, like rears back with this axe, and you dart forward and you like lightly Like, he goes to chop at you, right? Like, to crush you with this two-handed great axe. And you, like, dodge underneath and whap him with the staff. Go ahead.
And then I do a healing cure wounds.
Okay.
As I do this, I speak into his mind, and I say, "We're not enemies."
All right. Matashtai,
And then I use my bonus action in patient defense.
give me that persuasion with advantage.
Okay. Not good.
We're killing an orc today, boys.
Your heart is in the right place, but this orc sees red. Okay,
Max just made it harder to kill.
that is
I
the
give them by
end
1
of
point,
your
shut
turn. Okay, so you patient defense.
So that's a disadvantage on his attack roll, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Wait.
He is a proficient warrior, though. So it's a question of is he? So it's a question of is he battle raging, which I think he's probably is, or is he trying to get out? I think he's probably battle raging, and if that is the case, he probably just gonna swing at the Matashtai. So this is gonna be a great axe coming for Matashtai's head.
Please don't hit me in the head.
Now, sorry, Jeremy. We talked about this last
Oof.
week, but Blood Curse of the Eyeless.
Big
I
oof.
guess
Does that auto confirm his fail?
Sure. Absolutely. We'll say it does. Why not? So what happened for his failure?
I like that rule. That's funny.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, I like it because I'm gonna use it on you guys.
Oh, dude, right here, completely fine with that.
So
Wait, I don't.
he goes to swing at you, Matashtai. And I think this is a pretty unique situation, especially since I think Matashtai is very much in a mindset. So, as he swings across, right? He's trying to cleave your head from your shoulders. There's a moment where you bring the staff up, block the blow, parry it up and over, and sweep it aside. But there's this moment in the lock, right? In the various stages of the parrying the blow, where you actually have like this moment where you're connected and basically like locked in with him, and there's a pass between the two of you, right? And I'm gonna give you one more chance at a persuasion check, not at disadvantage now. This is just straight.
Okay.
And that's what the no, it's just not meant to be. It's just not meant to be. All right. So he is going to he doesn't know what you're capable of, right? But he knows what you're currently doing, and he knows you're in a defensive stance, so he knows he has less than a good chance of defeating you. But he also has other skills, so he is going to step away from you.
Is he eyeing up anybody else, like against the wall?
No, he like legit just like he looks at Matashtai and he backs away from you, like daring you.
Arrogant son of a bitch.
I take the staff and I kind of clink it on the ground, and I just stand there and let him step away.
He turns and he rushes Ezrah, who looks to be the least armored person in the group.
Wait, hold on. What's my fucking range?
So
Fucking ripped, dude.
he's
30 feet? Are you kidding me?
he immediately, right? Like he's
God
like throwing it out there, and then you don't take it, and he just like it's like an instant. He turns and he just rushes Ezra. He's gonna swing with his great axe. 23, 10 damage.
Soft indeed, dude. Soft indeed.
Okay, and that is at that point that is his turn.
Ow.
All right, Ashes, you're up.
I look over to Matt. Permission to attack.
Give him what he wants.
All right.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming I didn't do this while we were carrying the statues, but I just want to make sure that I'm clear that I put down the chest that I've been carrying around, so that I'm not.
He's just running at him. Clunk.
How the fuck have you been carrying statues?
If you were carrying statues, you were not carrying that chest.
Yes, that was my implication. But I just wanna make
Absolutely.
sure, for mechanics' sake, that
Aw,
the
yes.
chest is not being carried by me.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
whatever.
chest
We'll just say it
is-
was over here next to me the whole time. That's why
Okay.
I'm standing here.
So I still have
Absolutely.
my full movement, and I'm gonna grab my sword, both hands. But first, I'm going to run to the storm.
Okay.
And take 4 damage. Then I go attack. 18.
All right. An 18 definitely hits.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, why am I on? Let's get some battle music going. What are we doing?
Very peaceful battle.
It was sad. I was hoping you were gonna be able to persuade him, but then you failed. So
I felt like
not have 0
I
charisma.
felt like
With
I
how much
needed
I
to give
talk.
him a minute. Like I was afraid to like just, hey man, are you okay? Like
there was, yeah, definitely. But he's used to snap decisions.
God bless, he's shitty.
Are there
rolls, man.
are there gauntlets of strength for charisma? Like not gauntlets, obviously, but like the equivalent.
Oh.
What,
Surprisingly not.
what would it be, like a mask of charisma?
There's the
Or like a
there's
scarf?
the
A scarf of
there's the
charisma?
intellect helm. The,
Yeah.
There's
the
Constitution,
neck,
Strength, and
there's definitely intellect.
Yeah.
I think
There
there's
was
only
wisdom in previous versions, but I
There
don't know if
there was definitely everything in previous versions.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
5,
I'm pretty sure it's only the 3 in.
All right, how
It's kind
much
of a
fucking
bummer.
damage did you do? Jesus Christ.
34.
34 damage. Holy fuck. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Nope.
Okay. So you rush up behind this orc, intent on defending Ezra. You lay into him. He's barely defending himself, focused more on harming than his own safety. And you... That would have felled a lesser man quite easily. He kind of just shrugs.
As a war chief is often want to do.
So, Bones, you're up.
Can I hit him from here? I mean, I can kind of see him, but I don't know if this pillar is in my way.
He'd have half cover from the pillar.
Okay, so no cover because I have sharpshooter.
Okay, then yeah,
Um,
you're good.
Sweet. I will use my bonus action to use cunning aim. So I haven't moved.
New ability.
Yeah, it's from
Very
the
nice.
UA, the rogue UA.
Yep,
Give myself advantage,
Cool.
and then I will whip wind smite at him with a fucking sharpshooter.
Okay.
Sharpshooter
So
wind
advantage,
Okay.
sharpshooter, wind spike.
spike. Nice.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Turn over.
This is a new thing, by the way, boys.
I- Expect for me to miss a lot because I like sharpshooter.
Oh god. I love it. But damn.
Man, if you're gonna be missing a lot, the skill shouldn't be called sharpshooter.
Well, you know.
It is what it is, Jay. It
If
is
sharpshooting
what it is.
implies that you are accurate.
Well,
Yeah, but
okay.
it does more damage.
So, I totally agree with that, actually. It should do like 5 less damage, but give you a bonus to hit.
Or should be
That's what
called
it should do.
wild shot.
Power shot.
Power shot. That's a good one.
All right.
Power shot's
Anyways,
good.
Bones, that is a miss. you
Fair
you
enough.
kind of like you take that moment where you're like, I'm gonna throw past the pillar, and it just clings off the pillar.
Yeah, I just stand here.
Ezra, you're
I
up.
just shrug. I'm like, eh.
Oh
There's
boy.
Big scary war chief.
I'm gonna look at Matt. I'm gonna look at the big orc guy, and I'm gonna think, and a cloud of mist surrounds me as I misty step next to Matt.
Oh, nice.
He inked.
He roars. The orc roars in response, frustrated that his prey is fleeing.
And then I throw a touch at him.
And then, like, you see he looks at the Kinku.
No,
Great, you got the
No.
Kinko killed.
no.
As you land next to me, I just kind of turn and say, and I turn to you and I say, "Sorry, bud."
Ow. As I throw a chill touch at him.
Chill touch. I think just hits. Let me double check. Just hits. So 10 necrotic damage rakes across him. And then we are back to the top of the round. Ochotu kind of like, so Marta she's getting up, right? Ochotu is still just kind of standing there. And Bones, you can see he's watching each of you as you move through the battle. Just watching.
Assessing.
So Matashtai, you are up. What do you want to do?
I'm going to run on over here.
Okay.
And he has chosen the warrior's path, so I will lead him down that way. And
Stun.
Gotta get orc on that list, man.
Alright, I'm gonna whap him with the staff of healing.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to attempt
25.
to stun him.
Definitely hits. 10 damage. Nice. Okay, so a stun. He has a +6.
I think
Is
that
it 14?
matches. Let me double check because my dex went up. I don't know if that applies to stun.
The staff of healing giveth, and the staff of healing taketh away.
Where is my?
I think yours is based off of wisdom, isn't it?
So,
I
so
think it is 2. I just wanted to verify.
That's fine. All good.
I'm certain the DC was 15.
It was
Are
actually
you
21.
sure? Efficiency plus wisdom, so it would be 14. Yep, so he matches that one.
He matches it. No
And
stun
then
for
with
you.
My other attack, I punch him.
Ouch. 16 just hits.
Keep it.
There you go. All right,
Attempt to
another
stun
9
him
damage.
Again.
Okay. No, sir.
I punch him with my bonus action.
18 definitely hits.
I attempt to stun him again.
Damage.
Hey!
Yeah, roll your damage.
Oh yeah.
We don't even care about the damage. We just care about the stun. Okay.
I just wanted it on the list.
You get it.
So you go into this just pummeling him, trying to hit these pressure points, trying to stun him, and he just roars, screaming spittle into your face, right? Seemingly resisting each and every blow until like you realize the roar carries out and then just cuts short as he doesn't have any more wind to expel, and he's just kind of like stuck there.
I then put the staff of healing away and just kind of stand there,
Okay.
ready, just in a ready stance.
Well, he is stunned. Ashes, you're up.
I mean,
I I will say that Matt looks like if you lock eyes over or around this orc,
Sure.
Matt would give you the go-ahead to do what you got to do. If that's what you had reservations about.
Not really.
You hit,
Okay.
Not anymore.
carve through the back of the orc. Still standing.
Good gracious. Yeah, chunky boy.
Is a robust fighter. That's a hit. And your final attack, you plunge up through the back, out of the chest. And everyone else, right, like kind of seeing this mortal blow, takes a pause for a moment, and there's that moment where a few heartbeats pass, and then he comes unstunned, right, with the blade still in his chest, and he goes, "Ha!" Ah! And then you
This
do
shouldn't
the
be funny, but it
shoom,
kinda
the
is.
pull out, right, and he stays on his feet, just like looking around, right, and almost the way the fight ended, or the way the fight started, the fight is the way the fight ends, right? He puts his hand to his chest, and he comes away with blood on it, and he
Way
looks
more
at
than
it,
Previous.
and he kind of like,
I'm gonna step back.
and then he falls to the ground,
Take a step back
just crumples.
because I've been crushed once before. I don't want to do it again.
Okay. All right.
I'll turn around. Is everybody all right?
I need perception checks from everyone. 'Cause I didn't want to do
People who
this.
are not proficient in perception.
It doesn't matter. I just need perception checks from everyone.
I-
Just to kind of that's the very good. That's exactly what I expected from Ezra, right? So everyone except for Ezra noticed this, but the young man is gone. You watched as during the fight he basically like crawled back past Ashes and just ran.
That's fine. It's his choice.
Damn, I go to pick up my dagger. I'm like, Ashes, your guy left. Get my dagger. I walk back. I'm like, and I shrug at the lizard. I'm like, can't win them all.
Ochodu looks at you and he says, "I have confusion. It seemed like a victory."
Yeah, but I missed. What do you mean?
Oh. Well, aim better next time.
Yeah, I'm working on that. Actually, I'm not.
Hey, pro tip.
Specifically aimed worse.
Life hack. Aim better.
Click head next time.
Taking that -5 every time, huh?
Every time.
Every
yeah,
fucking time.
When
Oh,
we played Mines of Fandelver, I had sharpshooter. I took it every time.
every time.
I missed a whole lot.
Every time.
I was a barbarian with Great Weapon Master, but I was a barbarian.
That is true. Okay, so
Ulrich,
let's-
I believe, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, is that your like spike armored guy?
No, he didn't have armor. He just had like the weapon was styled after Guts from Berserk. Just a massive piece
Fucking
of metal that he would just
Guts.
beat people to death with.
All the clanging.
All right. Everyone gains
5 experience.
We get experience?
300 experience.
Wow.
Wow,
War
he
chief.
was a threat.
Well, if you guys had fought him when you first came through, right, you would have been potentially level 6. So it might have been a little more threatening. So,
Real glad I took Misty Step with this level up, boys.
hey!
Probably gonna serve you well. Again,
Another way to foil
are
Jeremy.
you all right?
No plan.
All right, if everyone's all right, we should probably get out of here.
I agree. That's a good idea.
Marta kind of steps forward and is just like, well, that was a bit... Well, let's be honest, that was terrifying.
Normal?
Are you sure this is a good idea? I mean, we got a little bit of good out of it? And the lizard folk kind of like looks across at her and goes, I think I am supposed to be angry now.
I look at her and I say, freedom from a life of imprisonment. I'd say it was all good.
Aren't I kind of like... Not sure the flip side is always better, but your prerogative, not mine. This is why I have no intention of remaining down here. Shall we?
All right, everybody. Pack it up. We're going to the surface.
Pack it up,
Yeah.
pack it in.
Hey,
You begin.
did he have anything useful on him?
I had a very big ass war axe or great
do you
axe.
Do you like big axe?
Nah, I don't like big X.
It requires at least 30 strength to wield, but if you two-handed, it's only 15.
Oh goodness.
Still can't wield.
You take a look over it, over his body, and he doesn't seem to be. He doesn't seem to have anything on him. That's. I
Any
mean, he's
pictures of
in.
family?
He's in decent.
Letter from home.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have like any
Wait,
personal effects or belongings or anything like that. Like no coin
He must
purse.
have been hungry because I found some chips on him,
Yeah.
sitting right on his shoulder.
The Kinku steps forward and kind of like looks very timid and goes, "Wow, mister, you're really strong."
Thanks, fella. Just
That was
stick
a
close.
Hercules quote, by the way.
Oh, I got it.
Mhm.
Our hero's a zero. Our hero's a zero.
Yep, absolutely.
I expect some Danny DeVito quotes before we get to the surface.
Let's
I
get
love
out of
it.
here.
All right, I'll go get the chest again, and
Okay.
and
Group you all
get
up
to the surface.
with your little posse.
I say, I'm pretty happy about leaving with 3 additional people.
So I'm gonna tell you, you do not get far. Okay. Before, so you make it. I'm just gonna teleport you guys around. So you make it up to the section, right? The old section where you fought some of the Xanathar enemies.
That's where we fought the undead beholder, right?
Yep, one of the undead beholders. That's where you fought. And then you
Dead
begin to hear a
eyes.
loud, like, shouting and scuffle from the north. And as you kind of like investigate, assuming that you guys do, if you don't want to, that's fine.
Check it out.
Okay, but it's the direction that you're going, which is why I'm assuming that you're going that way, right? You find a little goblin patrol that has apprehended your fleeing friend. And things are getting a little tense as you guys come upon the situation, right? There's a bunch of like shouting back and forth in Goblin, and there's this young man is just screaming, "Oh, please don't hurt me! No! Oh!
Wait,
Oh!"
he hasn't passed out yet.
He hasn't passed
Good
out
on
yet,
him.
right?
I mean, I'll like immediately run forward.
Okay. You head into the
I
situation.
don't know if you want to dictate how far.
Yeah, no. This isn't a strict time-oriented situation. You guys come upon this. So, what happens? What do you do?
I'll drop the chest again. Grab my sword with the hand I let go, and I'll point the sword at the goblin.
Hold up. Sorry, I like actually, as you're doing that, Matt would kind of like grab your wrist a little bit.
Okay.
And do we recognize the goblins? Are they skull takers?
You do not recognize the goblins
Okay.
as any skull takers.
I'll speak in goblin. Identify yourself.
Towards the goblins?
Yeah, towards the goblins.
Right? One of the goblins steps forward and he goes, "I am Oz," in goblin, right? "Who are you? Why do you... Wait,
Lord Wizard of the
I
Goblin.
know who you are. Why do you point your blade at me?"
I
I'll
stopped
point
him
at the
from
boy.
bleeding.
I'll point at the way and say, "That's mine."
"You claim this wretch?"
I do.
He wanders on Goblin Land.
Yes,
These are
because
hard
he wandered
times.
away from us. Sorry to impose. Give him back.
I
You
walk
see the
forward.
goblin like shirk back, right? Or like, "I don't think I like your tone."
I walk forward with 3 gold in my hand, and I say, "We'd like to pay his traveling fee."
Traveling fee.
There's a little bit of a whisper, right? And the goblins are there. And you can see like they see gold in a palm and they immediately do that kind of like, "Oh, yeah, there's some whispers back and forth between them. "Ah, but a problem persists. I see but 3 gold, and there are 4 of us."
Ah, my mistake.
I was about to say,
Wait,
you want me to fix that?
I don't speak goblin. Shit.
Yeah, you don't speak goblin, but as soon as you approached and you started speaking, he swat
Okay.
to common. Jesus, I can't speak right now.
Okay.
Yeah. And you guys
Ah.
have seen the goblins in Tall Market tend to be able to speak Goblinoid and Common. They just tend to favor Goblinoid. So since Ashes started the conversation in Goblin, that's what they were speaking.
I'm not gonna lie though. Would I know any of this is happening? Because I don't speak goblin, so I don't know that I would even know to de-escalate.
I mean,
Well-
if I would have figured that out, I would have, when he, put his hand on my
So like
shoulder.
even in the scenario of like you don't know the words that are being said, you can still tell tones, and you can still see Ashes going like,
Okay, so if I see people getting agitated and shit.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you step forward and you're like, "Hey, I've got money," right?
The fact
Okay.
that they'll respond to
so-
the money does imply Tall Market.
Yeah. So I step forward and he says that, and I say, "Ah, quite right." And
Here's
I pull out.
here's 4 copper.
I pull out 1 more gold. And I say, "This'll do you."
The goblin Oz like looks in here, nods, points a fat finger at Ashes, and he says, "Ah!" And he points at Matashtai and he says, This one knows how to speak properly."
This one knows how to speak properly. I go and pick up my chest.
But so if they allow, I'll approach with the money, and then I'll kind of like grab our buddy here by the shoulders and kind of pull him over towards me.
Okay. So there's this weird exchange. So the young man is just like, "Ah, ah," but he's like, it's very clear, right, that you're not trying to kill him, and the goblins were accosting him. So he's like, he's moving into the lesser of 2 scary things right now.
And
for
like,
him.
if I can too, like I'd probably like, like fucking Galadriel him and like talk in his mind while I'm talking to other people.
I feel
Okay.
it in the
And be like, "We're just looking to keep you safe. You can trust us.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check.
His favorite.
Yep, I'm very, very good at that.
Okay. All right.
I need
He
to go
does-
do some training in persuasion.
He doesn't faint, which is good.
How are you like a peace talker, and you're
I'm
not
not. I'm
proficient?
absolutely not a peace
Yeah,
talker.
you're not.
You choose.
I'm a
you
warrior.
often choose like your words over your weapon.
That doesn't mean
I'm
that
a-
he's got to be good at it.
I'm a
Or
warrior whose major tenet of his order is compassion.
it's like I
Domination.
don't know. It's like a lot of things, but I'm not going to go into it. Anyways,
Yeah.
okay. So
I'm being
So-
difficult.
this is a kind of an odd situation, but you basically claim this person and put them into your posse, and then I'm assuming continue on your way
Yeah, I think so.
is the plan. Okay, so this young man, right, introduces himself as Zam. Okay,
Zam.
Okay, it's Big Sam.
Zam Cassifax. And he basically
You have a brother Shah.
no.
And then they combine. And they're super powered.
No, absolutely not. Yet, but so you guys make
Yet.
it. You guys make it to the crossroads, right? And you run into another goblin patrol. Okay. And this goblin patrol is less invasive. One of the goblins, who introduces themselves as, just gonna swap over the roll 20. So one of the goblins that introduces themselves as Fruz comes out and is talking to you at first, but almost immediately recognizes you, and then kind of like just waves you on, right, as you are your known acquaintances within Tall Market, right?
Mm-hmm.
Though they do warn you, right, that there's been more creatures lurking around and about, feasting on the dead, moving into dark places. Watch out.
Thanks for the warning.
So, you guys make it back to Tall Market. Okay.
Make it
So-
sound
Here's a fun thing,
Wow, it's been a
and
while.
this is something that you guys probably, I don't know if you would ever notice. I notice eventually, right? But your characters would definitely notice as you walk into Tall Market, right? You have already seen multiple goblins, little goblin patrols, right? Tall Market is just as packed and lively as it has been. It doesn't look like goblins have left Tall Market to go on patrol.
Their influence is increasing due to our effects on the level. They gain more gobos.
So,
Nope, just multiplying. Rabbits.
Does
You're
anybody
right. They
need me
mature
before we
in
go on top?
days.
I just take a stop by the Skull Takers, just make sure they're alive.
all right, so you come up
Get
to the
life
Skull Takers,
expectancy of
and
a
you actually
mayfly.
there's as you come up, there's a bit of a conversation going on between the old Skull Takers and the new Skull Takers. And
I don't alert them, I just kind of listen for a second.
so you hear them kind of like talking amongst themselves, and it seems like Bootlick and Earstabber and Glooby and Blarg are have joined the group and are mixing fairly well, right? You hear everyone's kind of like laughing and joking, and they're tending to have a good time, but Pibble and Groin are talking amongst themselves, and then every once in a while another goblin will jump into the conversation. But they're talking about how they're having some problems, that they don't quite have enough space anymore, right? And that and you as you hear this conversation, you actually see some of the things they're talking about. there are a number of goblins, a couple nearby goblins, that are just watching the Skull Takers and their little like tent, right? Their shop area. And Pibble and Groin are talking about it, and they're talking about it very loudly and openly, right?
That doesn't sound like ones.
About how they think they're being watched, and they're worried that if they get more people, Yek might have a problem with it. They already are pretty sure that they'll try to scalp Blarg eventually.
All right, I walk up. I make myself known. Hey, boys.
Oh,
I agree with the whole group.
Bones, you're back. How's it going, boss man? Hey.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I've decided on a new title. I will henceforth be known as the Head Taker. Just so you guys know.
Head Taker. I
That's
like
Blarg,
that.
Thank you.
And you can see a number of the Skull Takers are outfitted, right? In various different stages. Some of them have some of the drow short swords that you gave them. Some of them have the crossbows. Some of them have like a short sword and a buckler, right? Some of them are sans buckler. They have like a little mix and match going on based off of what they like. So,
you guys take any good heads lately?
Well, things have been a little dry up here, boss. We you actually like Pibble and Groin gesture, and you see there is a row of skulls that seem to be in process for being cleaned. Most of them are almost perfectly clean. A couple are still a little gunky, right? We got first pick of Shunshurth's hideout.
Oh, nice. Yeah. They had some good skulls there.
Well, I say first pick. We got first pick of the bodies. Yet took all the treasure.
As he would.
Yeah, as he would. So, hey,
What?
I couldn't help it over here. You guys are having some space problems, huh?
Well, yeah, you sent some... Well, we were already growing, getting a couple of new recruits and all that, and then, you know, Blarg and Bootlick and Earstabber and Glooby came along, and now we just don't quite have enough room here. We were thinking about getting a second tent, but, well, honestly,
Yeah,
I'm not
I saw the others looking at you. I don't know about that.
I think we might be getting a little too big, boss. Like, if we're gonna keep growing, we might need to set up our own shop.
Sure. Yeah, I agree with that. You know, we just cleared out the 3rd level. You know,
I was gonna ask, how's it going down there? Are we ready to investigate?
Yeah, it went well. Just you're good to go. I mean, you should be good. If you see any Legion people, just let them know you're with me, and you should be good.
You see Groin like have a mini flashback, right? It's just like
1,000-yard stare.
I
Right.
pat him on the head. I'm like, don't worry, buddy. They won't do anything.
They won't?
Not to y'all.
Okay. All right. Good. Well,
Hey, follow the rules though. Just so you guys, just like normal. Follow the rules.
Groin kind of nods and he says, Yeah, I get it. Yeah, we'll avoid if we can, and if we can't, we'll make sure we do what we're supposed to.
A lot of space down there. Can maybe carve you out a nice little base. The East Stormcolder. We could ask Ezrah when we go back.
A base.
Yeah, base.
We could grow from there.
Yeah, you might be able to maybe ally the Skull Takers with Azraq's Legion. Getting some protection down there too.
Interesting. I am not sure he'd consider us a real ally, but if we had some more bodies, maybe. You gotta be careful, though. Not sure Yek will take kindly to us leaving with too many people.
Traitors!
Sneak out.
Yeah, well,
One,
Yek knows what happens to people
two
that mess
at
with
a
my
time.
boys.
Yek's a forgetful guy, though.
Well, you know, tallness doesn't mean smartness. I say quietly.
I whisper to them.
Pibble and Groin definitely chuckle at that, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so you basically give them the go-ahead to start investigating the third level. So they will put that on their docket. See what adventures the Skull Takers get into. Anything else?
Yes. While that whole conversation is going on, I'd like to kind of drift back to the group and just kind of stop by Zam, and I'll lean over and be like, "How you holding up? You doing okay?"
Not good. It's just where? What is this place? Why are there so many goblins? I
It's a
don't
market.
understand.
They sell things here.
But they're not killing us.
No. In fact, I'll like look over. Does the shop owner to the left, does he have anything interesting on his table? Something like, I don't know, a cloak or something.
Roll a d6.
Nah, he only has hilts, some of which are not shit.
5.
he has a table, right?
Hmm.
Full of tableware. Every single piece of which is broken or bent or fucked up in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
It does better. I'll walk up.
Sounds like
How
a
much?
goblin.
How much for that fork?
5 gold!
What about 6 copper?
3 platinum!
2 electrum.
Jesus.
Electrum! Yeah! Done!
I give him 2 electrum, and I'll take my broken fort.
He takes the Electrum and he looks at it kind of very strange, like, what's this?
Very rare.
Yeah.
And I'll walk over and I'll give the broken fort to Zam and be like, see, it's a market.
You just paid for that.
I mean, it's how this place works.
That's like something I would have put into my garbage.
Exactly.
I don't understand.
Like silverware?
So, I've got a question for you, Zam.
Yes?
What kind are you? Wolf? Rat?
Oh,
Bear?
what are you talking about?
Stress him till he transforms. Then we'll find out.
Jesus.
And I'll look at him and I'll have like a, I'll be it's not like a I know kind of thing, but kind of try to be warm as I can. Be like, you're not the only one with the curse.
What curse? What are you talking about? I'm cursed.
God
What?
damn it.
Yo,
What if Halaster
he just
infected him? He just doesn't know.
Have you?
or he loses consciousness, murders people, and then
maybe I misunderstood. I'm sorry. Just trying to find some common ground.
you
The
just hear in your mind.
By the way,
That's a
I'm just gonna
yes
do
for
an
me, bro.
insight check real quick to see if he's
Go
like
ahead.
trying to
roll
bullshit
an
me.
insight check. While that is happening, right?
Damn it!
The Kinku kind of like nearby goes, like 2 peas in a pod.
Damn, the Kenku is unusually observant.
What is he pointing at?
When you say that comment, right? When you say you're not the only one, right? He goes, like 2 peas in a pod.
And yeah, I'm just going to assume he has no idea what I'm talking about. Legitimately.
With a 7, I'll let you believe whatever you want to believe.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've never had instances where you're pretty prone to passing out, aren't you?
Mother said I always had a delicate personality.
Nothing wrong with
Till
that.
I ate her.
Well, anyways,
Fuck me.
it was nice having this conversation. Enjoy your broken fork.
I'm not sure it was nice. You just scared me. There was nothing else to it.
Sorry, I made an assumption, and I shouldn't have.
I don't know why someone goes around making assumptions that other people are cursed. And then telling them that.
Look, I'm not the best at the whole social thing.
I should say not.
All right, you little shit.
All right, you little shit.
Do you have a place? Do you have a place in Waterdeep up top? Were you from Waterdeep?
No. I'm from Neverwinter. I have no idea how I got here.
I think they call it magic.
Elf magic.
I don't like this.
Oh, now you're pinning this on the elves. That's messed up.
That's a little hurtful, Ashes. Thank you.
Elf magic.
It's only spells that's the only spell I've ever been able to cast. I gotta remember.
Elf magic.
Yeah. Next time
Alright.
you're in trouble, just yell elf magic and wiggle your fingers at them.
Anything else for you guys?
Us to digitate fireworks coming off of his fingers.
Yeah.
He's facing down a red dragon alone. We're all dead. Okay, this is my ace in the hole.
I spend my action. Elf magic.
Elf magic.
The dragon turns to stone. You win.
You win D&D.
Oh,
You
goodness.
had the power in you all along.
All right, so, are you guys done in Tall Market, ready to move on?
Mm-hmm.
I do
Yep.
believe so.
As you are leaving, you do pass yet another patrol coming in from the west, seemingly from the southwest, kind of back towards Calabash's previous chambers. Right? But they do not accost you, since you're coming from the Tall Market area. They assume that you are
Patron.
supposed to be, patrons, supposed to be in the area. And you all head back up top. So, you're... Okay. So, in the first level of the dungeon, there is travel. You guys tick
Stravel?
up. There's travel. You guys tick up
Just
Dude.
travel.
to tension
7 scrapple.
6. So we get to roll 66. All right,
Gee, I wonder if a 6 is gonna pop up in there.
there's definitely something.
Whew.
So, as you guys are moving forward into the second or into the first level, you come back into the hall of the Two-Headed King, and there's a bit of lively activity here. So you guys had, the last time you had come up, there were a few goblins here. There are several goblins here now. And as you're coming up from the second level of the dungeon, one sees you and kind of like calls out, and it's, "Hail! You come from Tall Market?"
We do.
Ah! Greetings, patrons! You are free to pass. However, there is, well, we're still getting things set up here, so you can't come this way.
What's you setting up? Is it a shop?
Ah! We have added the Great Forge to the Tall Market's offerings.
Carry on. Looks great, guys.
Ah, come back in a few days. Maybe we'll have something working by then. Droopy! Droopy! Put that down! You're not supposed to eat that!
Clang! Ow!
Yeah.
Press on.
So, assuming you guys mosey on about your business.
A forge, yeah?
Okay. So, as you are moving through the first level of the dungeon, I'm gonna do a little okay. You guys make it up here to the map room, right? Where the big ass hole is.
Matt.
Ah, falls in, right? And as you were like walking through, right? You hear this. You hear this kong, 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 and around the corner comes this immense
Oh shit.
I
metal
don't know where
thing.
we are. There.
And immediately on rounding the corner, it sees you and it goes,
Oh,
Oh,
God.
this fucking thing again. I die. Oh,
okay.
Shit,
Yeah,
no one
I
else
just-
is gonna get it.
No,
So Ashes
I
dies?
was play dead.
Okay,
Follow
so the party plays dead, right?
Yeah, we all try to play dead. I was like,
The party plays dead.
No, Ezra does not.
Ezra does not play dead.
Because last time he stood up to it to scare it away, and he's gonna be
The
emboldened.
the other members do a couple of different things, right? Marta kind of like sees what's going on, and she like half a second later goes,
Blame
lays down,
magic.
right? The Kinku goes, "Ah! I've been shot!" and drops, right? Ochotu stands there and his frills pop up and he gets right? And Zam runs screaming back to the south, just books it. Ah! Just back the way you guys can.
There's nothing we can do for that boy.
So he runs, he's gone.
That boy ain't right.
Ain't right.
Okay, so a few moments pass, right? And the metal construct
I continue to die extra. Like,
and after a moment, right, Oshotu goes, his frills stop quivering, and he goes, "What is that thing?"
I got it. And I cast Prestidigitate on my hands to make like lightning run across my fingers, and I go.
Ochodu kind of like stops and he kind of like looks at you, Ezra, and he kind of like his mouth goes agape and he goes, "Is that thing a construct?"
Yes. It's.
There's no flesh on that thing.
That is correct.
They're normally flesh on cons.
He immediately like his frills back flat against his head, and his hand, which had like grabbed his mace, he immediately like puts his mace down. He says, "I will fight a fleshless creature." And he looks at you, Ezra, and he says, "You're trying to mess with its mind. It's almost like fighting it. That's disgusting."
Sorry.
That's disgusting. What the fuck?
I mean, by fighting it, I'm playing with it.
Looks at you. You're a pervert.
Bones laughs while on the floor playing dead.
I don't think you know what that word means, because no.
That's perverted. You're fighting non-flesh. That's disgusting.
Yeah, non-flesh.
Ashes, you can hear him like trying to keep his lips together, but like a laugh comes out and he goes.
Yeah.
And Ochodu like looks affronted, like, and he says, I won't be a part of a bunch of perverts." And he like walks away over to the corner and like crosses his arm and like leans up against the wall, right?
Does the robot do anything with my?
The robot like looks at you as you like do the right, and the robot goes,
Oh shit! He has shield now.
Oh shit. Quick, counterspell him, Ezra. I say dead.
As Ezra snaps, and a mage hand appears that then snaps in front of it like an echo.
"Roll me an Arcana check."
It casts meteor, now truly threatened.
And then I counterspell.
It goes, like you create this sound, right? It's a little clap, snap thing, right? And it kind of like, and you watch it, and it's the thrusts, the motions of its arm. It's got kind of like these little piston arms, right? Mm-hmm. The motion of the arms gets more severe each time, right? And as nothing seemingly is happening, a brief moment passes, and then it goes like, "Go, go, 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 go!" And it just starts to like jackhammer punch the wall next to it. And you watch as like it fractures a portion of the wall. Like stone and debris begin to kind of like tumble out of this impact crater of it punching the wall repeatedly.
Aggressive.
What do you do?
Okay. If I feel like this thing's legitimately getting aggressive and doing damage, I'm standing up. And like, I'm gonna get into a fight stance.
Ezra gets into like a bracing himself stance and does like a.
You better get punched in your face.
All right, I'll also stand up. Like I crit saved on a death saving throw.
And he has to run into the hole to get to me. So
I'll
it's as big as the hole. It stands and it pulls you in.
I'll look at it with determination in my
I
eye,
got Misty Step. I can get out of it.
and I'll slam my hands together, and I cast Thaumaturgy to create a small tremor under his feet.
Okay. So Marta kind of like, what are we doing?
Yeah, jig's up. I get up.
I don't know. That's
and
why I don't
then-
know.
So like all of this stuff starts to happen, and the thing, the construct.
Oh shit, he's casting a spirit bomb, guys.
Yeah, he's gonna be a while. I just walk away.
You legit just walk away.
Do we actually have to go where it's defending, or can we just avoid it?
No, you absolutely don't have to go. The path back
Alright.
is north.
Hey
Alright.
Zam, you around the corner?
There is not a response.
All right, well, he's staying here then. We tried.
It's just afraid. Well, why don't you guys go ahead? Ashes and I'll go see if we can track him down.
All right, yeah, split the party. All right, I leave.
I mean, how often do we split the party?
No, I'm fine with that. I leave.
Okay. The Bones is going. Ashes and Matashtai are going to retrieve Zam. Is that the plan?
Yeah, we're gonna go see if we can.
Ezra, what are
track
you
him
doing?
down.
I will follow Bones and lead the rest of our.
You want to get into a Kamehameha battle with the
Okay.
construct?
On the off chance that he actually has some sort of latent magical abilities that surpass mine, no, I don't want to risk it.
So, as you all are walking away, right, as the kind of like the group breaks and goes about their various activities, while this thing just stands there and goes, right? Achodu kind of like very audibly goes, "You all were going to fight it. You disgust me."
Hey, I didn't fight it. What do you mean? I walked off. Let's go.
I saw you. You stood up ready.
did not. You saw nothing.
Wait, so back up. His problem is that we're gonna fight an unfleshy thing.
Yeah, it's dishonorable. And apparently
It makes you
perverted.
a pervert. Apparently.
Disgusting.
I never drew a dagger.
I felt intent.
So, would he just stand there and get his ass beat if that thing attacked?
Maybe you should ask him about it later.
Yeah, we're
I'm
not
gonna. Fuck that.
I'm gonna.
Okay, so part of the group heads off right through the candle hallway, right? Eventually making it back to the Forest of Pillars. Okay. Matashtai and Ashes. You make it back to the Hall of the Two-Headed King, and Zamps has run downstairs.
Yes.
Back
You
down
go
level.
after him. Well, he came
Oh,
here.
no.
The goblins will tell you. Yeah, he came in here screaming, and then he saw us, and then he ran that way.
Sorry for interrupting your work.
And no problem. We're taking a break, anyways. They have not moved from where you saw them last.
Oh,
by
so
the
it's
way.
like a road construction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they're all leaning on shovels and like pickaxes.
They need the foreman
Droopy's
here.
the only one doing anything.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you guys do?
Do we want to go back to the
This is-
market?
God, this is gonna be a thing. No, he would run screaming away from the market. He'd run deeper into the dungeon.
Oh.
All right, let's go. We gotta be quick.
Okay.
I'll
Ashes. Sure. Go ahead.
let's say I'll tell the goblins I'm about to do something pretty loud, so I use thaumaturgy to increase the volume of my voice to try to get his attention. Say, Zam, come back!
He is probably too far away, but even if he wasn't, all you would hear is him now screaming more as some loud, scary thing shouts his voice.
I'm not scary. Am I scared?
That being said,
You're kinda
that
scary.
being said, Ashes and Matashtai, you are both faster than he is, so you can chase him down the stairs. And remember, right, the travel distance from floor 1 to floor 2 is you guys have to travel downstairs and down corridors and halls and more stairs, etc., until you eventually make it down to the actual second level. It's not just like you zip down to the second level. So you guys probably chase down the stairs for 5 minutes before you catch up to Zam. And he's just like just like half like exhausted, running, like stumbling against the wall.
Zam,
Get to
if
go and
you
say,
keep running away,
"Yeah?
you're going
Are you tired?"
I can't. I'm gonna die. I don't want to
What
die.
would you do if someone attacked you right now, Sam?
Oh, I'm gonna. I
Do
don't.
it like him.
Zam, you gotta use your head.
I don't. He's winded. Like, he can barely get words out.
All right. Come with us. We're gonna get you to safety. Stop
Oh,
running.
you beat that thing. Oh,
It
Technically,
wasn't dangerous.
you're so strong. Oh. Oh.
Zam, if you
Yeah.
run again, we're letting you run, and we're not coming back for you.
Oh. Oh. Don't leave me. Oh.
don't
Run.
run.
Please. Get me out of here. Oh.
All right. Come on.
I'm still holding onto this fucking chest. I'd give this dude a piggyback ride, but like I'm legit
No,
already.
no,
Fucking
you
piggyback
are
ride?
not holding
He
on to the
reaps
chest.
what he sows.
If you held onto the chest during the trip, Ashes is not with you.
Oh.
There
Well, I
is
mean,
no
the
way
chest is coming with us.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I'm saying there's no way you chased him for 5 minutes carrying the
alright.
chest. Like, if you put it down somewhere, that's fine. But if you're intent on
Not
holding
a-
on to it, then
Okay.
Matashtai, you're having this
I
conversation
chased
alone.
him down. Now I'm bringing him
Yeah.
back.
That's
Okay.
fine. That's fine.
I'll just chill with the goblins. And be like, hey, so what are you gonna do with this forge? What's the forge gonna do? You like make weapons?
What you gonna forge?
I
What
don't
you gonna
know.
forge?
You forge things with the
Yeah.
forge, like
Yeah.
hammers and stuff, right?
Yeah. I mean,
How
just kind of
fast
curious
you-
what kind of wares we can look forward to.
Well, wearable wares. Yeah, that kind.
Like armor.
Definitely, maybe.
Cool.
Yeah. We're electing our master smith as we speak.
Wow, a process often done through election.
Hmm.
Order,
So, do you guys work on like a
the
democracy here? Do you all take votes?
Oh no, we're gonna pass it around. It's a weekly rotation.
Oh God, I'm never
Right.
buying anything from this place.
Well, sure it'll turn out great. Oh, look here. There's my friends. Gotta go.
So many stairs.
As I'm
Ah.
walking, as I walk up the stairs, Matt's saying, "Just, I swear to God, if you run again, I'm letting you go."
How are you so
mean,
fast? Why are you not tired? I don't understand.
Dick.
Damn it, you beat me to it.
I'm not there.
Called exercise, Sam.
He's been stoned for a year. Give the man a break.
Which
No.
means his muscles have not atrophied.
Who knows?
That's true. They were preserved.
Preserved.
As well as they were the day you were
Preservative.
stoned. The third.
All right. So, by the time you all return, actually, this is gonna be nice.
So what are we doing with these dudes when we get to the surface? Are we just gonna
I
like
don't know.
post them
let
up in a
them free.
hotel for a few days?
Matashtai, Ashes, and Zam. That is on. As you return to the map room, There's a new hole in the.
What? Identical to the other one?
Yeah.
I look down it. Is there what's in there? Anything?
Doesn't seem
Another
like it.
Halaster guard?
Doesn't seem like anything.
Damn.
That
He
was
is
a
magic.
very quick time for another hole to appear. We were just here, like,
Maybe we should be a little bit more careful around that robot.
wait, how deep is it? I look down at.
I think it's like 15 feet deep. Somewhere around there.
Yo, if this dude can punch a 15-foot hole in the floor in like a few minutes, bro, you don't want to get caught by that.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
It's only a 10-foot deep hole.
Concern still.
I mean, it's still,
completely valid.
Not
still concerning.
great.
Still a valid concern. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Still not something I'm super keen on. Yeah.
Y'all do anything? Move on? Continue onwards?
Yeah, we move on. We move on at a pace that will at least keep Zam from passing out.
Okay. So, Group A, when you guys get to the lift, are you waiting around or are you going up?
I feel like we should just chill for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, gotcha. About 30 minutes later, Ashes and Matashtai and an exhausted Zam show up. All right. You tug on the rope. The bucket is there.
Put in the gold for the extra people.
Yeah. Okay.
So what does that cost me?
Do we
5?
all want to put in 2 gold to cover everybody? If we do 2 gold each?
Yeah, if you guys are fine covering
Yeah,
one of
I
them,
think we can
then we
split
do
it.
it.
We're about to
Otherwise,
get
I'm
a
happy
shit
covering all of
ton
them.
more.
Works
So
for me.
Marta and Ochotu understand what's happening there, right? And each of them kind of like makes.
Wait. Before we send anybody up, let's tell them, hey, up here is a tavern. There's going to be a bunch of people. They're just eating food, drinking, having a good time. No hostility, no fighting. Just be cool.
Be cool, bros.
Maybe don't just randomly run away again.
Ochotu
Sam,
looks at you
actually-
and he goes, "Yes, the yawning portal, right?"
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but not everyone knows that.
Wow.
And actually,
the yawning portal was around 150 years ago? I probably already knew that, though.
Yes, it
Oh,
has been around
Durnan.
for a while. Yeah.
Durden's
yawning-
human, right?
The yawning portal was established in 1306.
Good lord.
Damn, how the fuck old's Durnan? What the fuck?
I don't. Durnan couldn't have established it. Not unless he
The
tried.
yawning
That's
portal
the
was
lore.
built and established by Durnan.
Cool.
Man, that man's
He
nearly
has
200
discovered
years
the
old.
fountain of life.
He's a fucking lich. Soul tyrant.
I was just
Mert is
thinking-
older than that as well.
As we go up, Matt's gonna kind of like as the lift is like taking us up. Obviously, Matt's gonna kind of be like, "So, any of you have contacts in the city? Somewhere to go, somewhere to sleep, eat?"
Marta says, "Oh yes, I am. I will be perfectly fine." Ochotu says, "That seems unlikely." Zam goes, "Oh well, I might have a few friends that I could call upon. It's been some time since I've seen them though. Fond
Okay,
memories."
Zam's 100% gonna murder somebody, so let's not let him go.
And the Kinku says, "I'll see you around, doll."
Okay,
I
bye.
fucking love him.
Bye, best character.
Hey, do you want to go work at our tavern?
Well, those of you who don't, and those of you who do, we have a tavern. You're welcome to stop by. We've got food, drink. I'm sure we could find somewhere for you to sleep.
I mean,
It
do
comes
have
in
our-
pints.
It does. It comes in pints.
The Kinku kind of like
And-
nods and it
and-
does this like very pleased sounding chirp thing. Like it's hard to kind of like tell personality with the Kinku because their avian features don't really convey facial features as much, right? They can't smile as well with a beak, basically. But it's giving off this very like happy melodic chirping sound almost.
Feathers can kind of frill up a little bit.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, but you hear it, right? And it does it like once, and then it does the exact same thing again, and you realize it's just repeating that same noise over and over and over and over again, identically.
Also, we just recently came into some very good ale.
Ochotu says, "How good is very good?"
Magically preserved 400-year-old dwarven ale?
Could be good.
It's pretty good, I tell him.
So you're all welcome. Don't feel pressured to do so if you've got somewhere else to be, though.
We could make arrangements if you have contacts. You could use our manor for a meeting place.
So, Marta says, I will probably have to decline your offer. I have matters I would like to see to sooner rather than later. But I do appreciate the invitation to your establishment, and I'm sure I will check in eventually.
No?
Take you up on that drink.
Right. Well, if this is where we're parting ways, it's a pleasure fighting alongside you.
And like incline your head. Ochotu says that he basically says that he would be interested in seeing your place. He has no other real accommodations or plans at the moment, so he's got to figure out what he's gonna do anyways. So he'll take you up on the free drink. Zam is basically like, oh, I really should I should look up Abigail. Yes, she'll be able to help, I'm sure. Hopefully.
Well, I take
100% Abigail's dead.
I take 5 gold and I press it into Zam's hand, and I say, "To get you where you need to be, and if you need help, come find us."
He looks down at you and says, oh, yes, money. I'll need money.
Yeah, you sure will.
Is this a good amount of money?
No, but it'll do the job.
He just looks like a deer in the headlights. Like, he just 1,000-yard stares like, oh god, what is my life now, right?
Look, he's only missed a year of his life. That's
Yeah,
not
but-
bad.
Okay, so he's striking me as someone who's never had to pay for anything because it's always been paid for him.
Seems pretty
he goes
common.
where Mama takes him, and Mama pays for everything.
Abigail's probably his older sister that just
That ran the fuck away.
Literally.
She was just like, I'm done with this shit. I'm out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys make your way up, right? You make your way to the yawning portal. Which is great. There's Durnan and Bonnie and some of the regular crew are up there when you arrive. And there's definitely like this situation where some people are like, "Oh wow, there's a big interesting crowd going on here, right?" And a little bit of talk happens, a little bit of ye old rumor mill begins, right? Of course, as you guys come out with double your numbers out of the dungeon. And there's a little bit of other talk going on as well. There's a lot of like talk going on about the upswing of undead in the dungeon and some of the issues that that's causing, right? Apparently, a couple of groups have gone down recently and not fared very well.
Probably Artor's.
So I've spent a little bit of time kind of carousing at the yawning portal. Do I see anyone I recognize or anything like that?
So there are a couple of regulars, right? No one of like super noteworthy status or anything like that. Like you're not fucking what's his butt?
What's
crap.
his butt?
I can't remember
Volo?
the noble's name.
Volo.
Like
Vol-
huh? Yeah, Volo's not
Volo.
here.
Volo.
Floon's not here.
Volo thing.
Floon,
fuck.
that's the one. Okay.
The other one, the A.
But sure.
Huh? Fucking.
Would you say A?
Rainair. That's what it is.
Rainair,
Not
okay.
A. Yeah. When I say A, I'm thinking the Ray part of it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Rainair's not here, but there are a bunch of like regulars that aren't like super, nobles or super popular or
Sure.
things like that. But yeah,
Those the non super important people would actually be some of Matt's crew. Like those would be the kind of
Sure.
people he would like to hang out with and drink with.
sounds good. So
if there's some of them, he'd kind of stop by real quick. I don't think I have enough time to drink with them because we gotta get these people back. But like,
Sure.
just stop in, say hello.
couple of brief words here or there.
ask
Yeah, I mean,
after
because
'em.
every time you guys come up, right, there's the another successful journey, a round on the house, yeah, and there's congratulations and people
Has
like,
anyone ever brought up the idea of a Deadpool here?
yeah, they do that.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They already do that. Yeah.
Updated the Deadpool.
So you guys are actually starting to get kind of popular on this shtick.
Is Obaya here?
Obaya is here. Obaya is almost always here. Basically, her job is to sit around in the tavern and try to like buy shit off of adventurers.
Do we need her? Or do we want Jake to do stuff?
Well, I have a different thing.
Okay.
Hey, Zam. Do
Yes.
you mind if we go talk to this priest of Chult real quick?
A priest?
Yeah.
Sure.
Priestess, I guess.
A priestess. It's,
Yeah.
It's fine with me.
She's a friend, and there's something that we need to talk about.
all right.
And I'll walk over. Hey, Obaya.
Ah,
it's good to
Ashes,
see you.
you return. It's good to see you.
Right.
I was
you as well.
worried. You all were gone for longer than normal.
We actually stayed down there for the first time. We
Camping.
camped out.
Very nice.
Yeah. It went
Successful
well.
though. You brought back friends,
we
it
had
seems.
some business with the Legion. But
The Legion. Do not know this, but it seems
Right.
you are doing well. What can I do
Right.
for you?
this might be a personal matter. Is there kind of a place we can talk about this in private?
Well, we could return to my chambers if need be, but no one will bother us here.
Okay. Zam, I'm gonna be upfront with you.
Yes.
I'm part of an order of Lycan. Obaya is aware of this, but one of the
He looks confused.
One of the things about my order is we can tell when somebody else has the curse.
I don't
And
understand.
I can sense that you are cursed with lycanthropy.
I'm cursed with what?
Lycanthropy, you're aware.
I'm right here. What do you mean I'm... Where? What?
Obaya, is there any way...
Obaya looks at him and he says, he puts her hand on his hand, right? And he says, young man, you're a werewolf. And Zam goes, ah! And screams and faints.
Catch!
and I think that is where we will take a break, actually. So we're going to take a quick bio break. We'll come back and we'll see how this shapes up. All right. Bye, everybody.